In the last video, we have discussed the question number 1, 2, 3, 20. Now today we will discuss about question number 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now see the question number 4. Let a comma b comma lambda. These are the positive real numbers. Suppose p is any lambda x and ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 passes through the point B. The tangents to the parabola and ellipse at the point P are perpendicular to each other, then what is the eccentricity of the ellipse? They are asking the eccentricity of the ellipse. Okay, now see that. What about the P point? P is the end of lattice rectum. Now let us draw the graph of the parabola. This is a parabola and this is the end of the lattice rectum P. That is a comma 2a. That is a is what in the parabola? In the parabola a is equal to lambda, lambda comma 2 lambda, right? This is at square comma 2at, right? This is the focus, this is another end point of the lattice rectum, right? What is the tangent equation at P for the parabola? Now tangent to parabola at P point. What is a tangent to the parabola at P point? Yt minus x minus at square is equal to 0. T is how much here? 2 lambda, t is equal to 2 lambda, t is equal to 1. Okay, minus x minus a is a lambda, t is equal to 1. Therefore, what is a tangent slope to the parabola? M is equal to minus x coefficient by y coefficient. Therefore, we got like this. And see the ellipse. Ellipse is given right at the same point. That is a ellipse passing through the same point. This is a ellipse passing through same point. Let us draw like this. This is a ellipse. Okay. Now this ellipse is given at the point P. Right, what will be the tangent equation? P lambda comma 2 lambda, there is a, let us consider x1, y1. Therefore, tangent to the ellipse. What is a tangent to the ellipse? Tangent to ellipse is, right, x1 by a square plus y1 by b square is equal to 1. x1 is lambda, lambda x by a square, 2 lambda y by b square is equal to 1. What is the slope of this one? Minus x coefficient by y coefficient like this. Now lambda will be cancelled, b square minus b square by, right here 2a square is there, right? Now what they are telling is these two tangents at P are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, product of the slopes is equal to minus 1. Product of the slopes is equal to minus 1. That is, what is m1 is 1, m2 is what? Minus b square by 2a square is equal to minus 1. Therefore, b square is equal to 2a square. Now see here that b square is 2 times of a square, means that b square is greater. B square is greater means this is a 2b length more than this is 2a. That is why ellipse will be like this. Okay. Now therefore, since here b greater than a, therefore that 2a square is what? B square into 1 minus a square. Therefore cancel the b square. Therefore what we got here, that is 1 by 2 is equal to 1 minus e square. Therefore e square will be 1 minus 1 by 2. Therefore e will be 1 by root 2. Therefore the eccentricity of the ellipse is what? 1 by root 2. That the first option is correct. Okay. Now see the question number 5. The coin says that probability of getting head in single toss are 2 by 3, 1 by 3 respectively. Suppose alpha is the number of heads that appear when C1 is tossed twice independently, and suppose beta is the number of heads appear when C2 is tossed twice independently. Suppose the coin C1 is tossed, the head probability H1 is 1 represent C1. Head probability they given the 2 by 3. Then what will be the tail probability? The tail probability is 1 minus 2 by 3. That will be 1 by 3. Now if it toss the C2, suppose if I take the C2, what about the head probability? They given the head probability 1 by 3. Therefore, what will be the tail probability? That is 1 minus 1 by 3, that will be the 2 by 3. Okay. Now, what they given? Then the probability that the roots of the quadratic polynomial are real and equal. Okay na? Right. Alpha is what? Number of heads. Number of heads. On which coin? On the C1. What about the beta? Number of heads if it has the C2. This is a number of heads. Okay na? Now see that what they given, these roots of this equation are real and equal. Therefore, that is a b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Therefore, what is a b square? B square is equal to what? Alpha square minus 4, a is a 1 and c is a beta is equal to 0. Therefore, this implies we got alpha square is equal to 4 beta. Right. Now we are tossing the C1 how many times? 2 times only. That is why alpha may be 0 heads, alpha may be 1 head, alpha may be the 2 heads. Okay na? Right. Now same way that beta C2 can toss it twice independently. Therefore, that beta is a number of heads on the C2. Right. Number of heads may be 0, maybe 1, maybe 2 also. Right. Now see that. Therefore, what is alpha possibility? If alpha 0, then this implies beta 0. This is a case 1. What about the second case? Second case, if alpha is a 2, beta is a, if alpha 2, beta is a 1. This is a case 2. Is there any case we can't take alpha is equal to 3? Why? Because alpha number of heads when C1 is tossed. Right, C1 tossed how many times? Only 2 times. That is why there will be the 0 head, there will be the 2 heads. In the same way, second coin also tossed twice. That is why beta may be 0, number of heads on the second coin may be 0, maybe 1, maximum 2. Right. Now therefore, these are only 2 possibilities. First, let us see this probability. Right. 0 tail on the first coin. Right, and the second time also tail. Okay, that we got. And in the same way, second coin also, that beta 0. Beta 0 means first time is a tail and the second time also tail. Right, and the next one, case 2 is what? Alpha 2, 2 heads we want. Right, first one is a head and second one also head into what is a beta? Beta is equal to 1. What is a beta? 1 head we want. Right. If it tosses C2, beta is called number of head. We are tossing 2 times. Right. First head, second tail. R plus, R means plus, first tail, second head. Therefore, this is a head H2. Second one is a tail T2. R means plus. First one is a tail and the second one is a head. Okay. Right. Then what will be the PT1? Okay na? PT1 is what? PT1 is a, right, 1 by 3. This is a 1 by 3 into PT2. T2 is what? T2 is a how much? 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. Okay na? Right. Okay. And next one, PH1. PH1 is what? PH1 is a 2 by 3. Second one is also H1 2 by 3. And PH2. Right. PH2 is what? 1 by 3, 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, 1 by 3. Total simplify 16 plus 4 by 81. Therefore 20 by 81 we got. Therefore answer is 20 by 81. Which option is correct? That is the second option is correct. All rectangles lying in the region x comma y belongs to R cross R such that 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to pi by 2 and 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to 2 sine 2x. What they are telling? Consider all rectangles lying in the region. Consider all rectangles lying in this region, right? And having one side on the x-axis, the area of the rectangle which has maximum perimeter among all such rectangles, right? What we have to find here? We have to find here area of the rectangle. We have to find here area of the rectangle, right? Area of the rectangle, right? When, if the perimeter of this all such rectangles is maximum, right? If the perimeter of rectangle is maximum, then what is the area of the rectangle? Now see that. Now therefore this is a y is equal to 2 sine 2x graph. This is a like similar to the sine 2x graph. Okay. Now if I write pi by 4 or pi by 2, right? If I write the pi by 2, what will be the maximum? If I write pi by 4, that will be the 2 into sine. This is a 2 into pi by 4, that is a 1, 2. Therefore this maximum is a 2. Right? Now we drawn the graph 2 sine 2x. We drawn the graph 2 sine 2x. Okay now here let us see this rectangle. Now I am drawing one rectangle. Suppose here I am taking the x is equal to alpha. Then what will be this one? Therefore this is pi by 2. This here it is alpha. This will be the same here alpha. That is why pi by 2 minus alpha this point. Okay now, therefore this will be the length. Now put x is equal to alpha in this, y is equal to 2 sine 2x, y is equal to 2 sine 2x, right? In this put x is equal to alpha, then what will be the y coordinate? If x is equal to alpha, then y will be 2 sine 2 alpha. Therefore y means this is the y coordinate, this is a height, right? What about the length? What about the breadth? Right, this point let us consider A, this is a B, this is a C, this is a D. Therefore, what is a AB? That AB is equal to what? That is a pi by 2 minus alpha, pi by 2 minus alpha minus this alpha. Therefore, this is a pi by 2 minus 2 alpha. What about the AD? That AD is equal to how much? 2 sine 2 alpha. Right? What is the perimeter of this one? Now perimeter symbol is a P, perimeter symbol P. Therefore this is a length, it is also length 2 times of this one, 2 times of pi by 2 minus 2 alpha. And what about this AD and BC? Therefore perimeter 2 times of this one, 4 sine 2 alpha. Right. Now there is a function in terms of alpha. Right, for maximum or minimum, this first derivative must be is equal to 0. Therefore this implies p dash alpha is equal to 0. Therefore this implies what is the derivative of this one? 2 into pi by 2 derivative 0 minus 2 into alpha derivative 1. There is a 4 sine derivative cos and 2 alpha derivative is 2. Derivative of this one with respect to the alpha. Right. For maximum or minimum, the first derivative must be 0. Therefore, what we got? Minus 4 plus 4 into 2, 8. Cos 2 alpha is equal to 0. Therefore, this implies cos 2 alpha is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, what is 2 alpha? 2 alpha is equal to pi by 3. Therefore, alpha is equal to how much? Pi by 6 we got. Now we got only one root, therefore that perimeter will be the maximum where alpha is equal to pi by 6. Okay. Now alpha is equal to pi by 6 we got. Now let us find the area of the rectangle. Therefore area of the rectangle, area A. What is the area of the rectangle? This is a length into breadth. Okay na? What is the length here? That is a AB into height is what? BC. Therefore AB is what? AB already we got pi by 2 minus 2 alpha into what is a BC, that is a 2 sine 2 alpha. Okay na? Therefore how much we got? Alpha is equal to pi by 6, right? Therefore pi by 2 minus pi by 3, okay na, into 2 sine 2 into alpha, that is a sine pi by 3, that is root 3 by 2. Therefore this is a pi by 6 into root 3. Therefore which option is correct? That is the area of this one is, that is a pi by 2 root 3. Therefore this C option is correct now. Okay. Please like and share and subscribe my video.